Hey guys, I've had really good luck with low-level laser therapy, and I made a video about it, and a lot of people had questions. They were kind of like, how does this work? And so Steve is much more of an expert on the way that laser works and has seen it firsthand on multiple guys versus me. I can tell about my own experience. So Steve's seen it on thousands of people that he's worked with. So we're going to show you some before and after photos today, and then Steve is going to explain a little bit more about exactly how it works in the breakdown. So first I want to show you, this is a guy that came into your office, Steve, right?
Yes.
And so Steve does hair transplant and hair restoration consultations, and this guy came in and said, well, I don't want to have a hair transplant, but what could you put me on? What can I try? And so this is his before and after. This is his before right here. So obviously it's a lot of thinning. And this is his after. And this was after how long, Steve?
This is after a year.
After a year of being on the low-level therapy. He had this, I mean, that's a pretty, here's the side-by-side. That's a pretty intensely awesome result. I mean, still, obviously the guy's balding, but it looks way, way better, the one versus the other. And this is just using laser. That's all he used. No propecia, nothing.
Nothing.
Just laser. So that's proof, guys. And we'll show you some more before and afters, because Steve sent me some pictures of other people that have come into his office and have just used laser. So I'm going to put some of those pictures, maybe they'll be up while I'm talking right now. This is another before and after of a lady who came into Steve's office wanting to have a hair transplant done. Steve suggested she first stabilize her hair loss by using laser. This is her 1 year before and after results. So Steve, can you tell us a little bit more about laser therapy and why somebody might want to go out and buy a laser? And this video is not about which laser you buy, by the way. I have a favorite laser company. They have I think it's 6 months money back guarantee, and they pay for shipping. But I just want you, if you're experiencing hair loss, to go buy a laser unit, or whatever company it is. I just know that it's no side effects, and you might get some of your hair back, and it's definitely going to help strengthen and help you keep the hair that you have. So why would you not do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Laser therapy is been used in hospital settings for years, 45, 50 years, in geriatric wards where patients that are elderly with diabetes and poor blood circulation, they actually use it like a magic wand, which will bring more blood to an area of, where bed ulcers occur, like in the buttocks or heels or whatnot. So we know that laser does work from a circulation standpoint, and the original thought with laser therapy was that it brings more blood supply to the follicle. But now, after a lot of case studies, a lot of doctor tested studies, we're finding that these lasers are doing more than that. And what it is that the frequency of light that is penetrating the scalp is creating a better mitochondria. The mitochondria is the cellular structure of the hair follicle. So it's a lot like going to the gym, where you're not going to build any muscle, and you're going to increasingly, or I should say decreasingly, lose muscle from your 20s to your 30s to your 40s. You're going to lose testosterone, and your body's going to shrink. You're going to lose skin tone. Your skin's going to get older. I mean, it's called old age. And hair follicles, based on your genetic pattern, especially if you have genetic pattern hair loss, male or female, they're going to go through the process that was basically programmed from the day you were born. What low-level light therapy can do, no question about it, is create a better cellular structure. I like to refer to it now as like putting fertilizer on your grass in the springtime and creating a better piece of grass. Now, David's example and what he's holding is not common. I mean, there's not a large number of cases where we see someone that has a significant area in a male pattern area and grow back the hair in that area, grow it back. The reason we're showing that to you is just to show you that it's absolutely 100% possible. The more important part of that patient is that if you look at the rest of his hair, he hasn't lost any more hair, and the hair he still has left has gotten stronger, thicker, and fuller. So what in the industry, the right thing to do, then there's different modalities, there's different therapies in the preventative treatment genre, is that you can guide someone based on what their lifestyle is. Now, I tell people all the time, if you're not willing to wear a laser 3 to 4 times a week, guess what? Don't buy a laser. So the investment is absolutely worth it. From a science standpoint, it works. My favorite sentence, which everybody hates, including myself, is results may vary. But what we do know without question is that if you use a laser consistently, you have a very high percentage chance that you're going to keep your hair. slow or stop continued loss, and you're going to make it stronger, thicker, and fuller, which is the biggest part of the battle. So what I've done here is kind of drawn a very quick example of what a pattern of hair loss can look like over the course of time. And of course, this representing this hair when you're 10 or 12 or 15 years old. Whenever your genetic pattern kicks in, and this is including females, because the females, other than an iron deficiency, it's about 98% genetic as well as men, start to lose their hair will fall out as it goes through the normal cycle of hair loss and hair growth and grow back weaker and thinner, and fall out and grow back weaker and thinner, and fall out, and so on and so on. So what's the nice thing about laser that I've seen, working very closely with it with photography, is that as long as we've got some hair left, we can get it back as close as possible to where it started. And meaning that maybe we only get it to here, or maybe we get it to here, or possibly we can get some to here. But as long as there's hair there, there's a great opportunity that we can turn around the process, which is very, very important.
So to sum up, 25 minutes every other day, stick it on your head and just go about doing whatever you're doing. If you're going to use one, you should buy one. Check out laser therapy, guys.